The leader of the Space Command, the Space Force, General Steve Whiting, has said that the United States is now going to start developing weapons for outer space. Now, that kind of sounds really sci fi ish, but remember, everybody laughed at President Trump. Whoa, what do we need a Space Force for? He doesn't need to start a Space Force. But yeah, the thought goes into your mind of, well, if our satellites are providing us connectivity to everything, and all of a sudden one of our satellites gets shot out of the sky by one of our enemies, that would be a problem. Mike, do you think this is a pretty effective use of military spending, if that's in fact what we're going to be using it for?
Well, I think that we got to, I hope by the time that President Trump's 4 years is up, I hope we have a complete audit of NASA. Okay, no, it's a little bit off topic, but like, where does all the NASA money go? I don't know. It seems like a lot of it is really not going to the right place because they can't get rockets up. Elon Musk gets them up with a fraction of the time. So, I do think that, again, you hit the point perfectly. Trump created Space Force. People laughed about it. The Democrats said it wasn't necessary. And it's what they always do. They always say, oh, it's not necessary to get involved in Greenland, not necessarily to get involved in the Panama Canal. Trump got us into Space Force. Now we're prepared. I think if that's a legitimate threat and Trump's generals say so, not the TV generals, but Trump's generals, then I think it's good. And if we had the Democrats running the show when Trump was in, then we wouldn't even be prepared for this. And then we'd be in trouble. So thank goodness for Trump.
Savannah, I'm kind of joking when I say this, but how long is it before the woke libs start attacking Elon Musk's Starlink with space lasers and fire guns?
Based on the current trajectory, I would give it a couple of weeks. I mean, the left wing is so out of control, and it's hilarious too, because like you talked about, we have been told time and time again that if an idea pops out of Donald Trump's head, it's immediately fascism. However, we have seen the potential good things that will come out of Space Force. So I think it's a very interesting thing to keep our eye on. To be quite honest with you, the only thing I know about Space Force is that it's a show on Netflix that was making fun of Space Force. But, no, I think that this is actually going to be really good for us. And it's going to be really exciting to watch and see what this administration is able to do in terms of space exploration. I mean, I feel like we should be way more ahead than where we are. Like Mike just said, what the hell is NASA doing? So, yeah, it'll be interesting to keep our eye on this.
Yeah, it'll be fascinating to watch whether or not we get space lasers that are actually effective in space. Again, sounds like a sci-fi movie, but it is actually a real concern.